This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Jordan Usher's in the house.
What's up?
Jordan's saying they will win this game, even though they lost the last two at home.
Yeah.
Mate, are you kidding me? Look at him. Everyone's obsessed with him. Look at him. He's a dreamboat.
He's a dreamboat. George, good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're great, actually. I did mention it. The last two home games, I went to the first one that you lost. Natalie
And
went
I
to
went
the
to the
second
second
one.
one.
So we're not going to come
Yeah,
this
please.
Saturday.
Please don't.
Hey,
Yeah, please.
we haven't spoken to you for a little while, have we? Haven't seen you for a while. The last time that you were supposed to be coming in here, you chose to go and look after your girlfriend who was ill.
Yep.
We talked about that because that to us was magical.
For sure.
Good man.
Woke up, she did not feel well, so had to stop everything. It's like, she treats me like a baby when I'm sick, so I had to try to, you okay? Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
did
For
you
sure.
wait on a hand and foot the entire morning?
Yeah,
Yeah.
until I go to practice, then it's
Yeah.
like, hope you don't, do anything bad while I'm gone, but she was fine.
Sometimes when I'm
pulled through.
sick alone by myself at home, as you would be too, Natalie, isn't it? Sometimes don't you just wish that anyone would walk off the street and put a cold flannel on your head?
You know what's sadder, though? When you live with a whole lot of people.
No one
That's-
does it. No one does it.
At least you got an excuse.
I can hear people in the house. Can you help me, please?
As they walk past, they kick you.
Oh, unbelievable. So, yeah, we're looking to bounce back and find a little bit of form, particularly at home.
Yep.
So we lost 2 out of the last 3 games. Sport in this way, momentum, geez, it can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah, momentum in. I feel like, we need one more win out of these next 3 to clinch a semifinal spot.
Yes.
So we've already clinched the playoffs. We need to clinch the semifinals, and I'm more than positive we're going to get that one win. But I'm more locked in on making sure we're playing good basketball going into the playoffs, because
Yeah.
you want to leave it on a good note. You want everyone to kind of find their rhythm, regardless of if it's a blowout win or a tooth and nail win. You just want to walk into, because we have a little break before playoffs start as
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
So you just want to be in a good rhythm, I feel like.
It's so weird. It's something we're not accustomed to, is the Wildcats losing at home.
Yeah.
It's just so unusual. And losing 2 in a row.
Yeah.
It's so unusual.
Yeah. And I feel,
Why do you keep
Without-
doing it?
with our worries earlier in the year, I felt like we
Yes.
were playing such good basketball for a
Yeah,
very long
agreed.
period of time.
Yeah.
That, I wouldn't say it's complacency, but I guess, in the sporting world, I guess you can get into a feeling that you think your
Yeah.
poop doesn't stink. So I think we kind of got that for a minute. But I also feel like it's really good to get a little piece of humble pie right
you think?
before
Yeah,
the playoffs
sure.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Do you have cream
So,
with a humble pie to
the-
keep your skinnies
The
up?
loss you have to have.
Talking
yeah.
about that, I'm glad we stumbled onto pie. America's big for pie, and especially where you're from,
the
it would,
South,
be, it would
yeah.
be big for
Yeah.
pie. What's your favourite pie? Because we try
Pecan.
pecan. I love pecan pie.
Pecan.
Or
Where-
pumpkin.
Pumpkin pie is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And sweet potato.
We
We
had someone,
weren't into pumpkin pie.
and then we had someone bring some in because there's a place in Perth that makes
It's not there
pumpkin
anymore.
pie.
That
Yeah,
place isn't there
Yeah,
anymore.
and God,
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, so good. You guys got the meat pie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
That's
what do you
first
think
time
of that?
Amazing.
Because
Oh, yeah,
you
I love
guys
it.
didn't
I love
realise
it so much.
in America they don't realise that
Pies can be
pies
savoury.
meat,
Yep.
really. Hey,
Unless it's like a, why am I forgetting? It's one with a bunch of vegetables and, what's it called?
oh,
I don't know.
Vegetable pie?
No, yeah, it sounds gross, but I don't know. I'm just lost my
quiche?
mind.
No.
No.
because in America they've got pie houses like complete pie. What, Amy?
No, I'm just trying to think of the name because I order that all the time.
A vegetable pie.
What's it called?
It's the forgetful
pasty.
pie.
A pasty?
No. Amy, be quiet,
By the
please.
way, it's interesting. I thought we were getting punished at home when Mum used to deliver the pasties. We'd have a pasty.
You know what it is,
Not
Sean?
meat in them,
No,
no,
because if your parents loved you,
Yes.
they would give you a pie or a sausage roll, and if your parents didn't really care for you, you get the pasty.
So what did
Because
you
the
get a lot
pasty
of,
to me was
Sean?
the pasty was
We had a
the
lot of
thing.
pasties.
The pasty to me was the baked good for older people. That was your nana pastry.
It's cabbage and carrot. Have you-
Sausage rolls for the young kids on the go.
John, you know what we're talking
Okay.
about?
Pasty, no.
A pasty.
What's
It's
that?
a Cornish thing from England. It's got potato. It's got meat and potato and carrot and other veggies.
See, that's what I'm
mixed into
talking
it.
about. I've had
Yeah.
something. It's not been called that, but it's
Yeah.
You called it the nasty.
nasty.
So that's a pasty over
It looks
there.
more like the meat. It isn't. Looks more like the meat pie, the one that I've had. But
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
that
Yeah,
looks, That looks kind of.
If any Americans are listening right now and they know the name of this mystery pie that Jordan's talking
Yeah, I'll
about,
probably realize as soon as I walk on.
yeah, we need to know about that. So 13, 24, 10. Hey, I do want to talk about something that I saw. It was an interview with Lockie Reed, and I think it was Bryce Cotton. It was a few weeks ago, and they were asking questions about Wildcats players, and they said, Bryce said that the person that is last to leave a party is one Jordan Usher. Is that correct?
Because you're on the dance floor, I reckon.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
Every
sure.
time?
And I'm just making sure everyone gets home safe. That's
Oh,
what
what a guy.
making sure
What a
everyone gets home
champion.
safe. Calling Ubers.
Yeah.
Looking
Looking
after
out.
his girlfriend who's
I
sick,
know,
getting
I know.
everybody, all the
This
teammates
guy.
home on the right time.
Guy.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
So Taylor Swift announced yesterday she's got an album dropping in April. It's
Yep,
going to be very
yep,
exciting, called the Tortured Poets Department.
Yeah.
Well, that's a funny name. I wonder where that came from. Well, we know, don't we?
Yeah, that was her ex. He used to be in a WhatsApp group with his mates and used to bitch about their girlfriends. We're guessing. It was called the Tortured Man Club. Hilarious. We wanted to know what apps names you're involved with in your group.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
All right,
Sam.
Sam. What's your WhatsApp group called?
Our WhatsApp group called We Made Adults.
We made
Made
it
Adults.
Okay, let's try and decipher that. We made adults. So you are mothers of older children?
I was thinking that they
they
actually...
all,
Oh, yeah, go.
they all turned 18 last year, so it was a celebration. We all made it.
Wow.
Mothers
I mean, that is
of
amazing.
adults. As mothers of adults, how has the 18 years been? Did we go through unscathed? Did we have a bit of a...
gosh, no.
Anyone have any...
Gosh, no.
No? Yeah, right.
I think you haven't done it wrong if you've gone,
Yeah.
And
if
Sam,
you've gone through unscathed.
Yeah.
have you made adults that are like ready to move out of home? Are they skilled up and ready to go, or that you got them for the next 10 years still?
Oh, no, I made the best adult. She already moved out.
Well done.
Really? How can they...
know.
how can-
Independent 18.
Easy,
Are you
Sean.
listening to
How can she
this?
afford it?
When they're 14, you drive them down to the park and you tell them you'll be back.
It's going to be horrible for the last 4 years of their life, and then they want to go.
Okay, so a lot of mothers are listening right now and fathers. So
Yes.
from 14 onwards, start just not showing them as much love and affection or making it uncomfortable for them. Or what's the best way?
Make them do their own washing,
Okay.
and then the next step is do your own lunch, and
Yes.
just preparing them to
Yes.
spread their wings.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, but
Great
the
work.
affordability, Sam, is the issue, I reckon. Oh, actually, my kids don't do anything anyway.
What are you talking
They're
about,
not
Sean?
spreading
It's
anything.
easy. What do you mean? Money at your house is easy. Just get it out of your wallet.
Yeah.
I don't know what crisis people are talking about.
Good on you, Sam. Thank
Crosses
you.
me, not
we
sleeping
made
every
adults. Good start. Jay's in Canning Vale. Hello.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Jay.
What's the name of your WhatsApp group?
It's actually called Rendezvous at 2.
Rendezvous at 2.
All right, so that means that
Yeah.
you are like Natalie and Sean have been involved in the past. You are going to some grassed area and drinking booze openly in public.
Yes, that is somewhat correct. In a group of mums. If you're available at 2 o'clock, we go down to the local just before picking up the kids from school and have a glass of wine.
Do you? Just to...
Pre-pickup. Pickup.
Do you? Just to one off the
it
ward
kinda
and just
gets
have a
you in the
chat?
mood for the night.
It really
Gets you in the
does.
mood for the homework. Yeah, no, it's normally just a Wednesday and a Friday.
Rendezvous at 2.
Rendezvous at 2.
Just a quick chat.
How many mothers get involved with this rendezvous
Oh, look,
usually?
it's anywhere from about 5 till 10. It just depends on who's free.
Is there someone who's seems to be free a lot more than the others?
Definitely, I could be one of them.
Yeah, there's always a ringleader. I live with a ringleader. Definitely. She's always available.
Jay, that's too good. And do you want to tell us where your local is?
The Bull Creek Tavern.
I love
down
yeah.
the bully.
That's
Bully.
the old home ground for me there,
Yeah,
Jay.
there you go.
Okay.
Good
All right.
work, Jay.
Hi.
Rendezvous at 2.
Hi, Anne-Maria.
Hi, how you going? It's
Good.
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie. Sorry,
Okay, what's your
Anne-Marie.
WhatsApp called?
Okay, I've got several, but the one I've got is when I started with my girlfriends from high school. So we've been friends since we were 13, and we were planning our 50th. So one of the girls decided to call the first WhatsApp group the Tenor Ladies, T-E-N-A.
As in
incontinence
incontinence,
pads. We thought,
yes.
The tenor
we thought
pads.
that was pretty horrendous. So we were the Tenor Ladies for quite a while.
Yeah.
Then I was listening to a podcast with Mia Friedman from Mamma Mia
Yes.
Yeah.
out loud, and they were talking about, so we renamed it the OMV Club, which is outside my vagina. So anything that's either been in or out, as in husbands or children, aren't allowed in our group. So I can't take credit for it.
You can't take credit for it, but it's solid.
Outside my vagina.
So if you've been
So
in
no-
it or out of it, you're not a part of this.
welcome.
I'm sorry, I see merch in your future.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
right,
who-
exactly.
what girl doesn't
As
want to
I
wear an
said, I can't
IMV
take
shirt?
credit.
Yeah, that's too good.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We're graced with the presence of Tom Cashman in the studio. You might know him as the offsider in Taskmaster Australia.
I've been confused about the beach today because, Tom, you don't strike me as a beach person. So knowing that you want to go down there, I was asking the question of what one does down at the beach. I know you like to go for a bit of a dip, but it's the lying on the towel bit that confuses me.
Nathan,
talk to me.
Can I just say, I'm hearing you have this conversation with Tom. Harry was the same, and I'm looking at you. We live in WA beaches and stuff, and this is kind of lifestyle.
And you're asking a Melburnian how to go to the beach.
But you're actually asking it like you've lived on another planet.
Yeah,
like
you've
Mary
just
Rodwell was right.
You've crawled out of your hole where you were held captive.
Did you
feel that, Tom?
Yeah, if you're familiar with the concept of explain like I'm 7, this was like explain like I'm 6.
And from Jupiter.
So what does one do at the beach?
So tell me, what do you do?
Look, I agree with you that lying down on the towel.
Because I asked if I could take my iPad and you said no.
Well, technology and kind of nature intermeshing in that kind of way is a bit just not the right vibe to me.
Okay.
I agree that lying down on the towel and kind of, I suppose some people would put it in the category of tanning, presumes that you think you look hot or something. You know what I mean?
Like
There's
tan to show others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and it like kind of implies a level of self-improvement that I wouldn't be comfortable being observed doing.
Right.
So I kind of agree with you that like
And with Nathan, there would be a light sizzling because his skin is just going to.
Well, exactly.
No, people would literally come over and go, "Oh, someone's got a Barbie on." Cook a sausage over me.
That's more embarrassing. It's like I'm pasty as hell as well. So to be seen tanning for the first time,
it's
it's
not
like
good, isn't
for
it?
the 7th time, great, you look nice, and you're just updating.
Yeah.
This one, it's like, oh
They
my god,
do.
he's trying. He's doing it.
Do you know what they do? They need a Paley's beach. So anyone that's got any melanin at all isn't
That's
allowed
true.
near it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Just so we can get like a head start.
But then close the eyes. All of a sudden, it's a doze. All of a sudden, you're in the category of doze, and no one can accuse you of trying to be a different colour.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like that's my advice: is close the eyes.
Yeah, right.
But
It's like, what, am I not allowed to sleep?
But the fairer people, this is the most dangerous thing you can do is fall asleep under the sun.
Yeah, because then when you fall
what
asleep,
happens.
the
No, but you're
shade
not-
is over you.
You're
But
not
when-
actually sleeping though. You're very awake.
Oh, because-
You're just closing the eyes for plausible
but
deniability.
We do breakfast radio. We fall asleep. We're going to fall
okay.
asleep, and then the sun will move, and all of a sudden we're burnt.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
yeah.
Well, that's I suppose the
You
risk
guys
you've
got
got
to
to
live.
No, we do live. We just do it inside.
Yeah.
Inside. Yeah, I get it.
Good
In
job.
air
You're
conditioning.
saying you guys got to live. Me going out to the beach a lot isn't going to be conducive to me living longer.
That's a really good
So
point.
really, me staying inside is I'm going to live.
Tom, the other thing we talked about off air was Sean asked his standard comedian question. Sean, did you want to ask it of Tom publicly?
I was thinking that you're going to come at me for asking this, but I find it very interesting. What did you previously do?
Well, no, because firstly, if you're an actor, Sean would ask about if you enjoy wearing the costume.
Yes.
That's exactly the question.
I've got another way of
Sean,
putting
that
it
is
on.
a fantastic question. And that's also what I think, particularly when I watch a period piece. I'm like, oh, that's a nice dress.
Of course, it was a bit hard to breathe, but you know what? It really fit the moment.
Hollywood celebrities are always saying stuff like that. They're like, oh, it was 3 hours in makeup. I'm like, shut up.
Shut your mouth, Chris
You're
Pine.
not doing the work. You're just sitting there.
Oh,
Yeah.
sitting there. Oh,
Yeah.
my Lord.
All
It must
right.
be so hard.
So Sean asked the question.
What did you previously do before you became a comedian?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been doing stand-up since I was 19, but I had a day job as a lawyer until like 2 years ago. So, yeah.
How
Like a
much
proper
like sex
lawyer.
were you? Yeah.
Sorry?
Were you just doing the background stuff, or you?
I mean, yeah, I suppose background, I did like contracts. So
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
very persnickety.
Oh.
And I suppose, to be honest, it kind of really...
We might need you later
Yeah,
this year.
this year? Are you busy?
Okay, yeah. So what you would want to do is you want to ask for more money than you expect.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot
yeah.
for the
And then
sky.
meet them in the
I want to
in the
ask for
middle.
more money than I deserve.
Can I second that motion?
Okay, so already speaking publicly like you have that you don't value yourself, you've already failed. You should be talking yourself up like,
Wow.
oh my God, I know that
I
I'm worth
deserve it.
That was really
I
bad
deserve it.
news. You don't
Yeah.
mind really hurting me then, do you?
Although-
Let me take you down to the beach.
That was arguably comedy, which is your role.
Yeah.
See?
So
See?
you're-
So doing it.
By being funny, you are making yourself more valuable. So actually, you're back on.
You're
Thank
good.
you,
You're good
everyone.
at this.
God,
You
this is
shouldn't have given it
exciting.
up. You're really good.
Okay, so the
contract
bell has just
law.
been introduced as an element.
There's three. There's this one, and this
Okay.
one here.
Great.
It's a fizzer.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Our Scottish girl was horrified when she arrived in Australia and was dating. She's dated all over the world. But Australian men, she said, were the worst for ghosting. Like, is it just the guys? Maybe the girls do it too.
We
Well,
heard
I've
from
heard too.
Jack.
Jackson.
We've just been
Heartbreaking.
talking about Jack during that song, and just the fact of don't ever leave anyone if they are out ready to meet you.
I know.
That is the most cruelest thing to do.
When then we realised that Jack, like the fish and chips at the beach, Jack lives in Ellenbrook. Like, he had a long way to drive to the beach for starters to get the fish and chips,
Nat.
and the girl didn't even have the good grace to send him a message to say she wasn't coming.
Ghosting everyone. We need to stop it. Hi, Tanisha.
Hello.
Hi,
Tanisha.
mate. So we're talking about being ghosted. A man has done this to you, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Damn,
happened?
damn that man.
We met on Tinder. I put myself on there for the first time, and we went to Motorplex for an event that was happening.
I
Yeah.
love
And
that.
he met me. Yeah, and he met me, and he goes, like, we were talking and everything. He goes, "Oh, you have a rose tattoo?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's for my great nan." And he goes, "I don't like girls that have rose tattoos." And then he just walked away and never talked to me again.
Oh my God, Tanisha, are you serious?
Where is it? Is it on your face? Where's the rose tattoo?
No, it's just on my forearm. It's just not a big one, but it's
No.
not a little one either. It's like a family when she passed away. So
Yes.
it kind of made me upset. I was like, oh, okay. Bye.
And he walked away and he left you there.
I would
Yeah.
understand if someone was to walk away if you had a tattoo of a carnation.
Yes, but not a rose. A rose
But
is a
like,
classy
not
flower.
a rose. That's the expensive ones. Maybe he's one of those guys that needed it balanced out by having the dolphin with the rose in its mouth.
I love
How do
that.
you get up and just walk
I
away
love
from
that-
someone when you're on a
That is
date
his
with them?
deal
pretty
breaker.
easy.
If you've got
Tanisha knows
He's got
how
a deal
that
breaker though,
happens.
Sean. You know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it's a rose
I
tattoo.
said, you're not the one for me. So
Yes.
if
Tanisha,
you don't like that, then
whose idea was a Motorplex for the date?
mine.
And is that because
I
he
love Motorplex.
and
Oh, you
he
love it?
He loved that. Did he love that too?
Yeah, he did, but he just didn't like the rose tattoo that I had.
That's why a rose. You know what I mean?
I know, specifically. He didn't have a problem with tattoos. He just had a problem with a rose, tattoo.
Oh, that is so
Hates
funny.
Angry Anderson.
Yeah,
Well, you know
that's
what?
me.
At least you got confirmation on why,
Why?
he walked
That's
away.
right. I mean, it's a dumb reason, but at least you know why.
People like the Jack, who this has happened to a
Yes.
couple of times, where he's been stood up on a date. There is no way that you will not go home and internalise and think, what is
Yeah,
wrong with me? And that
100%.
is horrible to do to someone.
Must be the tie.
Jamie, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hey,
Great,
good
Jamie. Did somebody ghost you too? What happened?
Oh, I've been ghosted so many times.
Dude.
It's a horrible dating scene out here, that's for sure.
Oh,
Give us some of your paranormal experiences with the ghosts.
Oh, well, actually, I like to meet people straight away. I don't like to text all the time because you get this idea of who they are in your head and then
Yes.
you get disappointed.
yep.
So I like to meet straight away and, yeah, I meet, we have a good day, and then nothing.
That's it.
No, see you later. No, that was nice. I've got better things to do. You just, yeah. And that's happened about 3 times.
Oh, sweetheart. Do they go as
Yeah.
far as to block your number and block you, or do they just leave you unread?
I don't know. As soon as I don't hear from them, or this is what I used to do, as soon as I don't hear from them, then I never bothered calling them back.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
either, Jamie.
Do you reckon it's just cowardice?
I had that done to me a couple of days ago. I was chatting with this guy online, and I didn't hear anything back from him for 2 days. So I sent him a message, are you alive?
Yeah.
Why'd you ghost me? And he said, oh, well, you didn't reply to my text.
Oh.
So we're supposed to play a phone tennis?
Oh, my
Text tennis.
gosh. Stop the game playing. Just text each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. And so that's actually what a lot of people do. And a lot of my girlfriends have been ghosted and everything as well. So now they've got this cynical sort of thing that,
Yes.
if he doesn't text me, I'm not texting him.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
easy.
No, it's not easy.
No wonder you're
because
staying out of it.
if you text them and they don't reply, do you text? You can't text again because then you look too thirsty.
Oh, no, you don't
And
want
they're
to
like, oh, so
Don't
she's
worry
just so
about looking
needy.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're second guessing yourself all the time.
Jeez, mate.
Oh, thanks, Jamie. George, hello.
Hey, how you going?
Hey,
All right,
George.
buddy.
So, George, we didn't know if this was happening to men a lot, but apparently it is. Is that right?
Yeah, so I'm on the same boat as Jack earlier on. Like, it happens quite a bit. So I had a date over in Queensland, and she was messaging me, and we were getting on really well on chat. And then I was like, right, all good. I'll see you in like half hour when we're meeting up. And she's like, yep, all good. Get there. And then messaged her saying, here, let me know when you're there.
Yeah.
And then just got nothing. And it's happened it's happened a couple of times where you just get nothing in return.
Like,
And then
what
that's
happened
it.
in that
I've fucked
30
up.
minutes
And you-
between when she said she was going to meet you and then just didn't show up?
So
Yeah, I know. It's just hella random.
This particular situation, so where did you meet her? Or what was the deal? Set the scene for us.
So this was in Queensland.
Yeah.
So we were just meeting up at like a bar.
Okay.
And it was like the first time we were just going for drinks and just having a chat and really.
Yeah.
And then, just like 30 minutes ago, I left my house to go meet up and then didn't get anything after I left.
And then that's it.
How long does one wait at a bar for someone to rock up? Like,
So I messaged her saying I'm here, and then I gave it like 15, 20 minutes without a response. And then when you see the scene, and it's been like 15, 20 minutes and you're not getting a response, I was like, I might have to go home here.
Yeah. George.
It's an average feeling. It's an average feeling.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
No.
Same with Jack, I imagine.
It's just manners. That's just a lack of manners.
Yeah. Hey, George, are you dating someone now, or are you still experiencing this?
No, still on the prowl.
Dude.
Oh, that might be
He's
against you
moved
there.
states,
But still on the prowl.
Good on you, George. Thanks,
Good luck,
mate.
George.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
Hey, we're going to talk about cricket to kick things off. We have SAS champion Anne Middleton in the house. Of course, the new series will be out, I'd imagine, this year. Haven't seen the... Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Hey,
where apparently he smashes cricket bats across people's heads. It's going to be great.
Are you a cricket fan?
Told you about that.
Well,
yes, I am. I'm a huge cricket fan.
Are
Yes,
you?
Really?
Especially when I was growing up, with Shane Warne just devastating.
Oh, wasn't
the
he?
England team. So yeah, I do love the
Ben
cricket.
Stokes, where does he sit on the mantelpiece for you at the levels?
Up there, but not quite the Shane Warne. He's definitely up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, he's been amazing. Australia just demolished the West Indies yesterday. It's not even a game against them, so
crumbled.
that was pretty ordinary to watch. But since then, there was an announcement made that Ricky Ponting, that we see on Channel 7 actually quite regularly, calling the Big Bash. He is now going to be coaching a Washington team in the USA Major League Cricket.
in their IPL, their 2020 league.
Nathan, they're called the Freedoms.
In the USA.
Freedom.
The
But wait,
Washington
so they've
Freedom.
done it with Galaxy, with soccer, and they're thinking that maybe cricket could work.
that
Cricket's
won't
not going
cross
to work
over.
over there, is
What's the
it?
population of the Indian base over there? Because they would go crazy
By
for
the
saying
time,
cricket
and
in
there's a
India.
lot of like Jamaicans and West Indians live in the States as well. So there is a sort of.
I'm not one to comment on this, Ant. In my opinion, I don't know, cricket is a professional sport that a lot of people love, but in my world, in my opinion, if a bird can stand next to you while you're doing your sport, it's not particularly a sport.
Thoughts?
Do you know what? That's a good point, actually.
Thank you.
That is a good
It's
point.
about time someone said it.
But also, the Americans with a cricket bat, no.
No, it's not.
It
No,
just
it
doesn't go, does it?
It does
You
it?
know, come
Okay,
on.
let me tell you
Leave
about
it
the
alone.
names.
Leave it
So
alone.
there's 6 teams in this competition. San Francisco Unicorns.
Nathan's on
Thoughts?
board.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? What a wonderful man. What a wonderful, threatening team. It's intimidating. Oh, no, it's the unicorns.
Can I exit this conversation here? Can I just go on about it? The unicorn. Oh, my God.
Oh,
No,
no,
you don't
everyone.
want- you don't.
The pink horses that smell like bubblegum are coming towards us.
Yeah, with their rainbow tails.
Oh, no, they're so sparkly.
Okay, what about the Los Angeles Knight Riders?
Oh, that's great.
kids.
Hello, Michael.
Kids?
That's a lot cooler.
Yes, that works.
Spelt like Knight Rider?
Yes,
Like
it
with
is.
yes?
Yeah,
Knight Rider
Washington
Industries.
Freedom. Yeah, whatever.
No, whatever.
I've heard that 100 times.
Stupid.
Oh, the Texas Super Kings. The Super Kings.
Super Kings.
Yeah, I mean, that's
what,
not really
what
trying.
makes a king super? Like,
That's a really
more
good
kingy
question.
than a
Well,
regular
to have
king.
the power of a king and then also to have superheroes, that like say, superpowers, that's power.
That is power. I guess
they
so.
phoned that one in. Keep
That's
going.
power.
I think
Where
they
do they
stole
get
that
these
from an.
names from?
I think
Well,
that might be an
nowhere good.
IPL back
Nowhere
team.
good.
All the good ones are taken.
Seattle Orcas.
Nah,
I mean, a killer whale's
killer
pretty.
whale,
They're
yeah.
pretty
Not a
bad.
cricket team, though.
It's not a cricket team.
No.
No.
And the New York team is just called MINY, which stands for the Mumbai Indians New York.
Oh, interesting.
So they're owned
So it's
by
like
an
their
IPL
franchise.
franchise in India, but they haven't come up with their own
No.
name.
Probably
other
the best
than
name, actually. That's
Yeah,
out of
the
them all.
minis.
Yeah, the minis. Yeah, I don't mind the minis.
Jason Berendorf, Nath, who you
Yes.
played cricket with,
Yes.
he's going to be playing for
I've
the
played
Mumbai Indian New York team, which
the
is
minis.
good. He's a West Australian, the
Yeah.
minis. Have you ever jumped in the ocean with an orca?
Do you know what? I haven't, but I hear you're about to.
hopefully something.
No. He's hoping for an orca.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be the scene from Jaws.
Oh, Nathan keeps reminding me.
Yeah. What do you think of a 20k swim, open water swim? Would
Yeah,
you
it's
do
hardcore.
that?
But
Yes,
firstly, knowing that there is a ferry going to the same
Yes.
spot.
Yeah, well, listen,
So you can
this
be over
day
there
and
half
age.
an hour and have a beer, or you can be there in 6 to 7 hours having a beer.
6 to 7 hours. Go for it. Listen, you've got to go for it. At the end of the day, it's you're pushing yourself, you're testing yourself. It's a great achievement if you achieve it.
Yeah, it's a big if.
It's a great achievement even if you don't achieve it.
No, listen. There's no point in doing 10K and then drowning or being troughed by a shark. It's like, no, do the 20K.
To me,
even if you finish in a body bag.
For me, anyone that challenges themselves personally to something like that, to me, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, it
The
is.
start line is amazing because the amount of training he's had to do to get there. And show Ant your hand. So Shaun has this permanent wound on his hand.
That won't heal.
And that's from when he's swimming in the pool. He constantly hits the lane rope, and it. So he's bleeding all the time.
But because he's constantly wet, it won't heal. We compare it to the towel that a lot of bachelors have that they never wash and it's never quite dry.
Yes.
Yep. Great analogy. I like it.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
We're joined in the studio by Ant Middleton. And Ant, you have a podcast on the Nova Network.
I do
So
indeed.
you're one of ours.
Head game.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Nate, can you
I've learned
explain
some
that?
great tips.
Good. Listen, keep listening.
And their latest episode is how Tia Claire Toomey became the fittest woman on earth.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
amazing.
Claire Toomey, okay. You can see her.
Yeah.
She's a CrossFit champion.
Yeah, she sat there, with a little vest on. Her traps were touching her ears. I was like, "Are you trying to intimidate me?"
And
'Cause it's
did she-
working.
Yes.
So when you come across people, because you're getting some amazing people in your interviews and stuff, do you earmark any of them for SAS? Or do
Of course.
Yeah?
I'm always sort of in the background. I'm always looking out for the next recruit.
Do you reckon Shaun would make a good recruit?
Yeah.
Or is he
absolutely.
already is he too good?
No,
is that the problem?
Shaun
The thing
would
about
make a
Shaun
good
is Shaun
recruit.
doesn't have a
Good.
sob story to go
Yeah.
along with it. So when
doesn't
they get
need
him in
one.
the heart,
Yeah.
there's nothing to say.
Yeah,
except
what would
for,
you
what are you doing
lambast
this
him
weekend?
about?
Yeah, I'd be like, what's...
Listen, I'd have to
What would you
break him down.
probe?
I'd have to break him down first. I'd break him down physically because he's a specimen, right? So I'd work on what his strengths are. And I'd break that down.
I don't know.
When you
might-
break him
might-
down,
What are
when
your
you
strengths?
when you break Shaun right down, all that remains is just a bowl of soup.
I love a bowl
I've
of
gotten
soup.
there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we
yeah.
are talking about eating, by the way, because you just
Oh,
brought
gosh.
that up. So, and a lot of people into different fitness, healthy
Regimes.
eating and regimes, whether it's doing exercises or eating right. So, over the last probably about 5 years, people have been talking about fasting in particular.
Yep.
16-4, no, 16 and 8, whatever the numbers. What are you doing?
So I eat once a day. So in the evening, I'll have a meal, and more a carnivore diet. I like meat, protein. And
Is the plate just piled really high for that one meal?
Yeah,
Or you eat a
it's
lot in
like
that
a
one
whole
meal?
pig's brought in.
I'd probably take on my full calories. Yeah, whole pig's
Yes.
brought in.
Yeah, yeah.
Whole cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and normally a human as well. I'm a bit
Just
of a
a couple of gigantic tomahawk steaks. And,
And then later on, he gets a tarpaulin and puts it over the rib cage in which he sleeps.
So yeah, exactly that. God.
So honestly, what are you eating though? That meal?
So I eat. I like my carbs. So I eat a lot of potato, rice, but meat. I like my meat. So
And how big's your plate? Because if you're eating once a day, everyone's going to think straight away.
It's a trough.
yeah, it's a trough. Yeah.
Is it a trough?
I don't really calorie count. I'm just
No,
for
just
that- for that
size-wise.
meal,
Is it
it's,
bigger than your head?
Not as big as yours, but
I've got a big head.
He does have a big head.
I'd be one of those big lazy Susans at a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
But listen, I don't
Yeah,
hold
you go.
back. So in the day,
Yeah.
so I
Yes.
wake up, but I make sure that I take my vitamins. I might have a smoothie in the day, a bit of fruit, a juice, just to keep the energy levels up. And then I really look forward to that meal. I really
Because you're
and-
starving.
No. But the thing about it is, once you break that routine, you're
Yes.
not, because you don't actually. It's
just don't need it.
when food is in front of you, or when it's on your mind, or when someone else is eating or snacking.
Yes.
Then you subconsciously take that in. You think, I must be hungry. I've got to eat. But you don't need to have 3 meals a day. It's too much.
Do you ever go through a drive-through? You got a busy day. You realise you're a bit hungry. I'll upgrade a meal. Do you? Ever?
I used to, yes, especially because I travel so much. It's the easy
Yeah,
thing
that
to
makes
do.
sense,
So I'm not
doesn't
going to
it?
say
Yeah.
that. But now, no, because it's my
No.
only meal. The thing about having one meal a day is not only do you look forward to it, but you make sure that you're eating something that you really like, that's really good for you. So it's not a case of just putting food down your neck
For the sake
it's
of
a
it,
case of
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this. What am I gonna eat tonight? I'm gonna have a nice steak or a nice bit of chicken, some potatoes, some rice, some
I
fish.
suppose so, because food doesn't come around very often, so I want to enjoy
exactly.
it.
So you get to really sort of pick and choose what you want to eat, and because it's your one meal a day.
And what's the time that you're eating it again?
Probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Wow, that's a big day to get through.
Yeah.
One thing you just told us off air that I said, what's your next goal? I'm swimming to Roto. I'd imagine I'm going to pick something else after this. But your next experiment or goal?
Is to climb the 7 summits with my 14-year-old son.
Oh,
So that's the highest summit on each continent,
So the highest summit on each continent, obviously ending up in the Himalayas on Everest.
And so your 14-year-old son wants to do this?
Yes, he does, yeah.
Or do you have brainwashed him?
No,
from an early
I
age,
haven't.
you?
No, this is the case of because I've got a good friend called Nims.
Yes.
Nims Persia. He's done a documentary called The 14 Peaks.
You've got to see it, everyone.
And,
you can check it. Is it
it's
on
amazing.
Netflix? I
Yeah,
watched
it's on
it.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's Netflix. You've got to see it. It's amazing.
And he's a really good pal of mine. He came to the house and we were just breaking bread. And Gabriel was like, I want to go and climb with Nims. And Nims was like, well, the best person to climb with would be with myself and your dad.
Oh,
So you got dragged into it.
So I got dragged into it. So so I said, are you serious about this? And he said, yes. So I put him on a training regime, on a bit of not a diet, but on a nutrition plan. And he stuck to it for the last 8-9 months. And our first climb is going to be this month, Mount Cozy.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Like royalties walks in.
yes.
It really
Hans,
is.
all the way from Germany.
Forget Princess Mary, honey. The other European queen's here. Good morning.
Good
Nathan,
morning.
Nat, and the other one. What a thrill it is to be back here in Perth. Finally.
It's so good to have you back.
And not just that, he's rocked up, Sean. Hans is so famous, he now has merch.
Got merch.
That's right.
That's
he
right,
now
yes.
has a tea towel.
I've got
And
the
he
tea
also,
towel.
Head on your tea towel.
do you have something for the car?
I've got car air fresheners, I've got lapel pins, I've got key rings, I've got stubby holders. Basically, I'm opening an emporium here.
Do you have
By
budgie
demand.
smugglers? Because Sean's swimming to Rottnest and he would look good with
budgies.
your face on his
Oh,
ass.
hang on a minute.
Hey?
I don't.
Hey, then you'll remember my name, won't you?
I feel... Sean, why must you be so sensitive? What is it about? And also, do I sound like I'm in some sort of time machine right now, or is it just my earphones? I don't know. It is my earphones. Thank you.
We are
Give them the shit
refurbing the
ones.
joint.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
have a look at this joint,
And
mate.
you've been poked in the corner. Do you like the renovations here at Nova?
I love
you.
what you've done to the place. It's
Yeah.
wild. I feel like I'm back in Berlin, actually.
It's
pulled
usually
down the
what we
wall.
do.
During the war.
Yes.
What you're saying right now is usually what happens when you leave. We have to rip the walls down.
Salt the earth.
Or just getting the glitter out. It's a real
Fumigate
shit
the
up.
place. Yes, it is. Well, it's cabaret herpes. What can I say?
Now, Hans, you decided to come over here for a few weeks now, mate.
I'm here for a few weeks. Well, I've been away for 5 years, and so I thought I need to make it worth it. So I'm here all this week, all next week, and they've got me playing in former European food wholesalers. So
Strasbourg.
do with that what you will. Think of the small goods that have passed through this venue, Nathan.
The Polish sausage, the Hungarian salamis,
Exactly.
the knobs of Plony.
Well.
You're not
Exactly.
Enough about
Plony
your
is.
Saturday night, Nathan.
I do. Actually, Deborah, I was at Connections last night.
Were you?
Yes.
Did you have a fun time?
It actually reminded me of what you were just talking about.
Hans is going to stick around. We've got him for
I'm
the
here.
rest of the show.
I know.
Darling,
We're
what a
not
day.
getting rid of you.
It's Grammys Day. Kylie has just.
Kylie
Wow, my
won.
God.
It's everything.
It needs to be a
beat
national
Troy
holiday.
Sivan.
Just
I know.
quickly, Troy, though, what did you think?
Prince of Perth.
Oh, yes, he's
Because you went-
Perth's then I love him. And I want to say, if any of his friends are listening, tickets are available at hansofficial.com to my show. Come along. I'll sing that song.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
If you want to be
Be Daddy Lover.
That is for you, Hans.
Finally, some decent songs played back on the radio.
No, don't worry, we'll get into back-to-back Dua Lipa songs.
Thank God.
You went and saw the Spice Girls
I
perform in
did. I saw
Manchester?
them,
No.
yes.
Come on, man. How
You
was
know
that?
what? I've got to say to you, it was one of the greatest days of my life. It was in 2019, and I remember saying to my friend, I feel like life's about to go downhill after this. And look what happened.
Yes.
After Spice Girls, coronavirus.
Yes.
You know, it was. So I think the only way I mean, the world is not in a great place at the moment. The only way to really get, back on track
More
is
Spice
another
Girls.
Spice Girls reunion.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's the only answer. Well, Pete.
What did you make of Victoria, which we,
in the documentary.
Yes, because we jumped on board.
She's the best.
The word on the street is that there's a Spice Girls documentary coming out made by the people that did the Jordan one. And have you heard Mel B's keep saying something's coming soon?
Oh,
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
but Mel B says that continuously, trying to
exactly.
Eventually she'll
be
right.
relevant.
But this is the thing. People think that they're doing a tour. They're doing a Netflix, the Beckham Part 2. It was good, though, the Beckham one. Not as good as the Wham one, though. That documentary.
I didn't watch the Wham one yet.
The Wham one was amazing, and the Milli Vanilli one. And I'm thrilled that these names are being mentioned on Nova No One. Gone but not forgotten.
Hey, you've got to watch The Greatest Night in Pop. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier.
We are the world. We are the rich. We are the famous.
Did you watch that yet?
Not yet.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's
good.
all the footage of what happened that night, because they only had from 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. that next morning to be able to keep everyone there.
And Madonna was shunned. And
over Cyndi Lauper. They said either or.
She's going to be the biggest star. And I remember Bette Midler used to do a very famous routine about it and said, at We Are the World, people were kind of sat next to each other in kind of level of importance. And I was at the back next to LaToya.
Did you see Bette Midler's eyebrows in that film clip?
Fabulous.
Literally.
She was on it all.
You know when girls went through that stage of plucking them all out and just drawing one line?
Yes.
There's a lot still going through that.
That was it.
Chappelle Corby, kind of that just... not so
Very
much
thin.
eyebrows. Yeah, cricket legs.
Yes, cricket
Yes.
But this was literally just the thinnest outline pen you can get, and just the shape of an eyebrow.
It was a look.
It'll come back, Nathan. It always does. It cycles through.
Yeah. So you and AGT, they cannot get enough of you. America's Got Talent. So tell us about this. It's already aired this year. You told me.
This year, and if you have to ask how it went, then I won.
So this is your return to it, right? This was like an All-Stars thing? What was it?
This is, they called it AGT Fantasy League, which was basically
it's
like
sports.
Super Coach.
Yeah, Super Coach, really?
Yes, it's like that for, like a gay version of that. So it's basically the judges play off against each other. And I was on Heidi Klum's team, of course, because we stick together.
And you're German.
Supermodels.
That's right, the German.
And Germans, yes, obviously.
Gee, her daughter. You seen her daughter and her in these recent photos?
Yes.
Am I allowed to say that?
No, she's like 19
I
now.
thought it was only me that has endless photos of my mother and myself in our underwear. It's weird. Yes.
I want to see those photos.
They're really nice.
So, yes, I went back. It's actually the third time I've been back on America's Got Talent.
I can't get enough
because apparently it doesn't.
So the Fantasy League is basically the most favourite acts over the years.
The best of the best.
The best of the best.
Or whoever was available.
Yeah.
And surprise, I was.
A lot of the magicians from AGT are killing it, aren't they?
Yeah, one's here. There's a girl from Indonesia called Sacred Rihanna, and she's doing a show that's part of the Fringe World. And
is that right?
Yes. Look her up.
Is she that spooky dooky one?
Really spooky. She's like the girl with the doll.
She's amazing.
Oh, yeah, right.
She's amazing.
But she feels spirits or something?
No, so her whole act has got that sort of spooky, like The Ring sort of feel to it. But she does her magic act. It's brilliant. It's really good.
Because my show's a bit like The Ring as well. But it's different.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.